It's still saved, interestingly enough. But at any rate, get up. Do we need to eat? I don't think so. Well, we can. There's gonna be 14 nourishment with a bit of hair, but exactly want that. You can see that the health is already right now, freshness is at 0. So it's still nourishment, but it's gonna be right now costing us energy. It's kinda strange. Maybe we can even get food poisoning. I kinda think that you can. So I should be really kinda careful not to eat something that is having excess on it already. We cooked it, so it should be fine. But yeah, well, you can see freshness 0. Probably shouldn't really eat it. I don't know, maybe if you are desperate enough, you're gonna try that. But we are well nourished right about now, so we don't need to do anything all that much. Where is she? Is she actually outside already? Because I need to talk to her. It's raining, and I don't see her here necessarily. Just look up. She's maybe sleeping here. Well, no, she isn't. And I'm gonna also move in the food onto the horsey. And I probably need to wait a bit more. Or maybe she's gonna be somewhere outside. Let's check. Because last time she was, for example, sitting by the table. So maybe we're gonna find her. And what I also wanted to do, or rather I didn't actually. I wanted to actually keep the broken stuff, like the destroyed scarf and the shirt. And the shirt, if there was some kind of people in this game. Oh, firefly. Okay, that's cool. That is an actual firefly, damn it. Ah, here she is. To finish my thought, if there are some kind of people that can actually fix our stuff, like sew it up. I was thinking that maybe Taylor could, but apparently Taylor cannot do that. Yeah.
What now? Should we take a walk?
You don't give up, do you?
Yes,
Well,
you do have
let me think.
time, I'm hoping.
It's getting too late now.
Late?
If you pick
It's
me
quite
up during
early.
the day, I'll be glad to take a walk with you.
As her ladyship commands?
Well, it's not
You
really
jester.
late. Come on. Okay, so we need to wait for a bit better time. So let's just kind of loaf around here a bit. Should be picking that up. So dirty around here. So dirty. I definitely need to do this part to actually talk to her and get the relationship with her going, and I also want to. What's the time? Let's wait for about an hour. Let's see how that goes. If that's gonna be enough for her in today. Okay. That's broad daylight right there. So where do we have you, girl? You went inside. And are you still inside? Where? You're not cooking. Oops. She's right now there. And I got myself into some kind of sucky space. I was for a moment thinking and worried that I might be getting stuck. But from my experience from the beta, it's actually kinda hard to get stuck, like in a way that you wouldn't be able to come out. You can get stuck, but you should still be able to come back the way you came in. Okay, let's sit right next to her. Shall we right now take the walk?
What now? Should we take a walk?
You don't give up, do you? Well, let me think. but probably not in the rain. We could both catch a
Oh,
fever. Pick me up when it turns nice again and we'll go for a stroll.
it's really raining
As her
still.
ladyship commands.
You
Damn it.
jester.
That's proving quite difficult to actually get her to walk. And she seems to be quite certainly picky. I mean, it's not like she didn't want to court me back at Skalitz. In Stříbrná Skalica. Like, she was really after me, so what's the problem? Trying to play hard to get, really? Yeah, well, you better think twice. Unless you want me to choose somebody else. There's still a bit of rain coming down. But I really want to get this going. Because then I need to go continue the investigation quite far away from town. And I'm also halfway thinking I might want to buy a bit of bread for myself. I think I have used the last one. Well, apparently our boots are also kinda crap. So maybe we would be advised to actually try and find them. Or rather some new ones. Still raining. Damn it. Okay, let's wait an hour more. Hopefully it's already gonna be past the rain. Looking promising. Yeah, I think so. So where did she actually go now? What is she gonna be doing? Ah, here you are.
What now?
Third time's the
Shall
charm.
we take a walk?
You don't give up, do you? Well, let me think. And where would you care to go?
Ah, finally. Finally, everything is up to her ladyship's. Ladyship's actually like him. Wow, that's a romantic place to go. Gallows Hill. Yeah, let's go
What if we
along
took
the
a
river.
stroll along the
That's what
river?
I would do.
Why not? That sounds lovely. Shall we go?
Let's go.
Gaps L. It's not entirely working all that easily for me. Rather, it's not working at all. I'll probably have to remap that. Because it's not really working. It was already a problem before when I was to follow the Lord, I think. Rotate horse, primary attack, blah blah blah. Lock on opponent, tap. That's something that I could also use. Unlock mouse 3, alright. Inventory other. So where is that? Caps L. Ah! Toggle run. Toggle crouch. Jump, of course, sprint, toggle run. So, what do we actually put it on? I don't exactly know. Well, I'm having caps lock disabled, so that can't work for me. I'm moving here. It could be potentially this key. Yeah, let's make it like that. That's certainly not gonna be used by anything. Ah, finally. Okay,
That
so
was
that's
a good
exactly what I was
idea
looking
to
for.
go for a walk. Not that I don't like the mill, but you get tired of it. So I'm glad you took me out.
Should be next to her.
I'd love to see the markets in Prague one day. Have you ever been to Prague?
No, I haven't. I have been in Kuttenberg, but Prague must be much bigger.
Come on, you're
I've
walking
heard
a
it's
bit too
pretty
fast for me.
smelly, though.
Yeah, so many people
Seriously.
in one place. So many assholes.
It's disgusting.
Because it might be the problem because I
I'd
picked
love
up
to
the
listen to
perk
that young
where
preacher,
my
Jan Hus.
walk speed is a
They
bit
say he
slower, I
preaches in the
think.
common tongue. Everyone's talking about it.
I bet he's just handsome. That's why the women dote on him.
You're a right one. A preacher doesn't need good looks for people to listen to him.
And what about that fine fellow at St. James? I know full well why all the girls have started going to confession. And you have too, so don't give me any of that.
You scoundrel. Well, all right. I admit I find him handsome. But that doesn't make me a bad Christian.
I'd never dare to suggest such a thing.
Tell you what. Let's not dawdle.
Yeah, problem is that I'm actually having sprinter perks,
What the
so...
hell are you doing?
Yeah... You're not gonna unsprint me with my perks. Sorry. I cannot actually sprint backwards, or rather run backwards. It's kinda sucky. Because I don't know about you, but I definitely can. As a trained sprinter. How far should we actually go? Well, let's see. Maybe we're gonna be getting too far away from her and she's gonna be finally letting up the race. Oh, she's still running. Damn it, she's having some nice, actually, stamina for her. Oh, okay.
That was fun. Sit down here next to me, Hal. And what about you? I heard you're helping Sir Radzig.
Sir Radzig has me running a few errands. I have to say, he always treats me well. And I make a wage.
So you've had your turn of luck. What's it like serving nobility?
I don't know. I suppose it's a job like any other.
I don't believe a word of it. If you ask me, you're loving every minute and you don't want to make me envious.
Well, not exactly. Looking at Capone, that was a right douche in there. But he's coming around, it seems, since I kinda saved his life last time around.
Now then.
Oh, Henry, what am I going to do with you? Wandering the land, turning innocent girls' heads.
So what would we say? Oh, Andy, what I'm going to do with you? Wandering the land, innocent girls. Yeah, the first one's looking... Oh. Okay, I would say this, but I'm not liking that he's having actually the strength with, or rather behind it. And I'm kind of feeling this could be the moment that the reaction is gonna be different than what I actually feel it should be with the sword in. So I'm not entirely happy about this. I'm not sure what to actually choose. I have my hands full with my duties. I would really like to say something like this. Let's see where it leads and what's actually gonna be the reaction.
Not really. I'm spending my time hunting brigands and cumans around the woods, not chasing after wenches.
Just look after yourself, that's all.
Oh, that's
I
okay.
dread to think of anything happening to you. But now I have to go.
That
Can I go
was
with you?
relatively in line with what I was
don't wanna give
expecting
anyone
to
an
actually him to
excuse to
say, but that's
gossip.
fine.
Maybe another time.
And, okay, we're gonna be having a date later. So she goes home, and that's this part of the story. Moving forward, that's great. Ginger and pickle, that can probably wait a bit. We could be also thinking about... Yeah, not interested in that. But about talking to all those people. And as I was asked by Bailiff, basically talk to the Skalice people, the refugees, to find some work for them and whatever. So I might want to do that as I go into town. And yes, I'm gonna be then going with the ginger in the pickle. So let's go to town. Let's pick it up from this part. Well, we went quite far away. Wow, it was a long way. And we could right now make the experiment with pebbles. Where do we have you? Here you are. Okay, it's gonna be about... He is moving slightly faster, it seems like, as he's on the horse. Okay, so next time we have to remember that. It was just about an hour. It took us to get there. Do you want the upper? No, you want the lower gate. Alright. Let's dismount. Well, we're gonna be leaving you in the middle of the road? I don't think so. Let's put you somewhere in a bit better spot. For example here. That you are not in the way all that much, or see. And let's talk to all the people from Skalitsa. Maybe there's gonna be some work for them.
How does life in Rat Eye suit you?
Or if the quest is still
This would be
alive.
fine
That's
if
gonna
we didn't
question.
have to sleep in hovels and beg for alms. And the bailiff is always on our backs, the bastard. But what can we do? We've got nowhere else to go.
Well, maybe you could be actually
Did you
trying to
find
be a
out
bit
what actually
useful.
happened?
What do I know? The lords are at each other's throats, but it's us that has to suffer for it. Same as always. I reckon they was after the silver mines, wasn't they?
Funny English on her. Well, she is a peasant after all. And I think there are actually a few extra people from the village behind the inn. Yeah, and I also want to buy something from you.
Serious? How's it going?
I want to buy a bit of bread. Cooked hare meat. Cooked horse meat. Yeah, he's having definitely better one than I am having. As mine is already spoiled. So I'm not entirely certain I should be eating it all that much. Bread. I'm having plenty of money though. So maybe I could go for a bit of pretzels. Yeah, let's buy a bit of pretzels. But we don't need all that much nourishment. I just need something to take with me on the road. I don't know, 5? How much of a nourishment it is? 6. So it's a bit of a something for the road. Durability 4 days, it's gonna be lasting us. Oops, no. Pretzels, about 5. And let's buy a bread as well. That lasts for how long? Also 4 days, that's cool. And let's have a much better nourishment. So let's buy 1 bread. Because I don't know how fast, or rather when I'm gonna be getting back home. I may be actually out there for a bit. Let's buy 2 breads. And let's check the basket and haggle a bit.
I'd like to discuss the price.
Sure, why not?
11.4. 9. Let's try 8. That seems solid. Or solid. 3 down. 6 water down. Seems like a nice start.
Is this enough?
That's not enough.
And he goes down to 9. 2. Okay, let's go to 9.
All right, so
Okay, good. So we saved about 2.4 groschen. That's actually quite a bit. So that was quite successful haggling right there.
Careful. Watch where you're going.
Yeah, fine.
Hey, watch it. Loud.
and I'm glad to see you.
And why is that?
How does life in Rattay suit you?
It'd be fine if we didn't have to sleep in hovels and beg for alms. And the bailiff is always on our
Okay,
backs.
so it's the same as what the woman
What
was
can we
telling
do?
us.
We've got nowhere else to go.
Did you find out what actually happened?
What do I know? The lords are at each other's throats, but it's us that has to suffer for it, same as always. I reckon they was after the silver mines, wasn't they?
Okay, so he was having absolutely the same, but I'm a bit more interested in not really beggar, but in Kunesh. The guy that we're supposed to get actually at the start the money from, he refused. And then somehow kinda got away from Skalitz as well. And where is he? He was maybe on the other side of the town, behind the houses here somewhere.
Greetings, Henry.
Ringlet.
God save you.
Huh, that's a name.
How does life in Rattay suit you?
I suppose it was kind of them to take us in. But then they just left us to fend for ourselves. Nobody gives a damn about us.
Did you find out what actually happened?
Folks say it was on account of our silver and how Sir Radzig sides with the king.
Well. What was he actually saying? Damn it, I forgot. Because he was saying something a bit different in there about the silver.
Did you find out what actually happened?
Folks say it was on account of our silver and how Sir Radzig sides.
Okay. Okay. Because I don't really want to miss anything, because this is the kind of game where you are getting hints about things from places that you wouldn't maybe expect. So it's kinda good to really keep things in mind and know what people are talking about.
Says, that's fine. I started
Sorry for the bit of a stutters here. That's just basically how it goes in a city, unfortunately. With my setup, yeah, my computer is not exactly the greatest for streaming. And I'm... Okay, it's an interesting door, and it's open. Ooh, it's actually back door. Alright, that's fun. Okay, so that leads actually where? Okay, so that's in the middle. And that could be actually quite a nice shortcut into... into the mill. That's good to know, because you can see the mill is right down there. Huh. Well, talk about discovery. That's cool. I'm curious if you can still discover Kunesh somewhere. Or if I'm just misremembering everything and he was on the left. I kinda don't think so. I think he was somewhere here. Maybe this is him. No, this is Rock.
How's it going?
How does life in Rattay suit you?
I suppose it was kind of them to take us in.
Nothing
Did you find out
interesting
what actually
there.
happened?
Folks say it was on account...
And nothing interesting there either. Okay, so continue back in. Interesting spot. Maybe some kind of hidden treasure here. Don't see anything, so I guess not. And we're back to the church. So I kinda guess that maybe I was really mistaken and Kunesh is on the other side of town. careful not to step on the graves. That's what we wouldn't want to do at all. And talk to a few more of those people, because I'm not entirely certain.
Did someone attack you?
We dropped into a conversation right there. Oh, what the hell? But I did wash myself, so how am I actually looking that bad?
How are you coping?
As well as we can, Henry. You can be glad Sir Radzig took you into his service. I hear you even go hunting with Lord Capon.
I've been once. And I don't think it'll be happening again anytime soon.
Ah, it's a shame. Because I was going to ask a favor.
Oh.
I'm sure you
Something's
know there's a
gonna
lot
happen.
of hungry mouths here, so I thought you might be able to help.
Huh. Okay, so that's the spot. I actually could have used all the food that went bad on me. Well, that's unlucky. Okay. I should have known about this before.
But I'm reduced to this.
Not really liking those options. I would be kind of liking something a bit less decisive in there. Can't feed all the refugees. But I would like to help them. But to be basically poaching, not all that interested. So what I'm gonna be actually choosing here. Let's see how bad this goes.
I'm not such a great hunter that I could feed all the refugees.
No,
That's
that's not
like
what
along
I
the lines
meant.
that what I wanted
It's
to
the
say.
townspeople here who have a taste for game. They want to live like the nobility, see? A few of the burghers have been to see me already, to ask if we'd try our luck in the woods. They promised us supplies in exchange. Flour, lard,
okay.
eggs, and the like. But we can't afford to take the risk of poaching. We're barely tolerated as it is. If one of ours got caught in the woods, they'd hang him from the nearest tree. But I was thinking, you're in Sir Radzig's garrison, and you go hunting with Sir Hans. You could help us.
I guess. Why not?
Well, I got away with brawling with Lord Capon, so I don't suppose they'll string me up for a few hares.
Great, Henry. I really appreciate it. The local tailor was asking me about getting some hares to put on a feast for a visiting merchant.
All right, I'll bring you something.
Thank you. You'll be saving us from starvation.
And now I could actually give him the spoiled one. That would be really pretty nasty of me. Okay. Oh well. That's really a shame, damn it. I had so much of it. But it's right now spoiled. Say the horsey, I guess. Yeah. Good hair meat, but unfortunately it's not good anymore. So I don't exactly know if I should be giving it even to him. Because it's freshness 0. So I should probably just basically ditch it. Yeah, I shouldn't really do that all that much. And is it like time sensitive? Alex, the leader of Scarlet's refugees, asked me to hunt down some game for them. It's poaching, but a man should help his neighbor. Well, how is it like poaching? The whole conversation definitely doesn't speak or rather talk about poaching at all. I mean, it switched that way, but it doesn't make any sense. That's something that's basically one of the sole problems that I'm having with the game. Otherwise, I really love it. But the conversations are not really all that well thought through. I mean, like, some reactions just don't make sense with what you are choosing in that. This is basically probably the only gripe that I'm having with the game. That some conversations just don't make sense. Okay, so we should be bringing him a hare meat. Let's see if he will even take the bad from me. Probably not.
I noticed some of the Scarlet's men look like they've been in the wars. Has something happened here?
There's a local brawler who takes on all comers for bets. If you beat him, you get some silver. If
Ah,
you
okay.
lose, you have to
Yeah,
do
I've
your
already
job
met
for
him.
it.
Oh, I'll have to look into that.
Alright.
Good God, you look terrible. Did someone attack you?
I should really somehow clean up my clothes or whatever. Is it really that dirty? But I thought I actually cleaned up. And yeah, it seems that it's actually cleaned up. Durability 40, condition 100%. So, what's wrong with you guys? Maybe he's talking about the boots. Yeah, that could be. Okay, in that case, let's see how can we get some better boots with the tailor? I don't know. It should be cobbler for boats, or rather for boots.
God save you!
Yeah.
How does life in Rattay suit you?
And them Rattay folk would rather drive us out of here. They won't give us no work, and they won't let us beg. So what are we supposed to do? Fucking war.
Did you find out what actually happened?
They say Sigismund is at war with the Czech lords and abducted the king. And our lord sides with Wenceslas.
Yeah, well, that he does. That he certainly does. Why are you, townsfolk? Yeah. Let's try to wash ourselves, if maybe it's gonna help. I don't exactly know if actually that's the problem that they were having with me. This is what? It's looking like some kind of apothecary, right? Yep. Alchemy bench, scribe, tailor, armorer, weaponsmith. Ah, there's a cobbler at the top. That's where I want to go. I actually wanted to test yet again the food. Move to inventory. And if actually right now, no, it's not. Apparently it's really not going to be allowing me even to give him the spoiled meat or whatever. I kinda don't want to even eat it. I'm probably just gonna have to ditch it. It's really a shame because that was a lot of food that I actually hunted with the lords, so I'm really disappointed about that. That I couldn't get to use it. Yeah, well, mistakes were made on my part. For the next time, when I go for some hunt, hopefully I'm gonna be able to do so. I will know what to do. Alright, that's guard duty. And here we go. So where's the cobbler? That should be already somewhere there. Yeah, exactly right here. Should be him. Hey, I want to talk to you. Come on, don't go anywhere.
God be with you.
About repairs, that's what I'm interested in. Old boots. Can you repair that? It's gonna be costing 3, that's fine. Yeah, let's haggle. Let's repair our boots, that's fine. It's kinda interesting that actually Taylor didn't want to fix anything for us. Maybe I'm gonna have to do that a bit later, or rather go there later. 2-4. Well, 2-5. I'm kinda tempted to go for 2.
Satisfied?
That's a poor offer.
Not satisfied, I guess. 2-6. Let's go to 2-5 then.
Tough luck.
Not really? Oh, well. That wasn't great. Okay, so we at least know that you need to do a bit better. You were just a bit too actually
I'd like to discuss
not
the
giving him
price.
enough in there.
Naturally.
Bit too scroogey. So probably right now he's gonna be not all that interested in making a good offer. So let's start with 2.5 now.
Satisfied?
Well, now, a little more and we'll shake on it. No deal then.
Really? But I at least learned a bit on speech, but you definitely do drive hard bargain right there. Damn it.
Let's talk about the price.
Why not?
Okay, let's do it like we did it the first time.
Is this enough?
You won't convince me with that.
And right now he went into good price.
Oh, that's a decent price.
Okay, so 2.5. We are having fixed boots. That's cool. Old well-worn boots. They are right now fine and should be all good. So what could be the problem? With this? No, I want... Where is it? The Waffenrock. No, it shouldn't be a problem. So I don't know. But anyway, let's eat a pretzel. For a bit of health, and I kinda guess we are ready to go.
Be merciful. What am I to do?
Outside of the city, and yeah. It seems basically the quest from the bailiff to make, or rather, force some people to actually work is not exactly that working at this point anymore. And since we are in Ratai, trap set, I don't exactly want to do that. Accident here. Is this actually the forest where we are hunting? Because if so, then I have some unfinished business. And I certainly need to pick some stuff up there in the camp. So let's go on Pebbles, have a look in there. And I'm not really gonna be poaching. I'm gonna be trying to somehow find the hermit a bit different pay, if at all possible. And let's go map. I really don't know where I was hunting. This is this. I think really it could have been here. It's kind of forest because this, if this is what I think it is, then it's gonna be confirmation that we were actually in that kind of forest. So I need to go off the road. Let's hope that we're gonna survive the plunge downwards. Oh, okay, careful. Yeah. Otherwise he might be losing the horse. I got somewhere where I definitely shouldn't have gone. I already dropped down quite significantly. Oh well, I'm not gonna be leaving you here, so let's see. I'm massively screwed up right now. And by massively, I mean really massively. I'm not entirely certain if I'm gonna survive this even. Much more if actually Pebbles is gonna survive this. So where do we go down? Probably here. Well, he's definitely quite good at scaling those heights, or other heights. Well, that wasn't exactly what I wanted to do here. killing my horsey like that, and myself as well in the process. You can see I've definitely hit myself really bad. So I might actually want to use one of the bandages or whatever. Do I have the bandages? They're gonna be at the horsey, right? Here, bandage, and what does it do? Stops bleeding. Okay, so I don't have anything to heal me. Well, not great. But hopefully, we won't be needing any health right now. Because if we did, then that would be pretty bad. And we are somewhere where we actually shouldn't be. So I guess we were not hunting here in the end. Let's go to the other side. And the accident then was something that we actually discovered before. Okay, so it was kind of pointless right now. Oh, come on. Are we stuck in the pond? Or rather in the river? Even Pebbles cannot get out. Well, I thought for a moment that he really cannot. Luckily he can. And yeah, that's just gonna be the accident. Basically the place where we almost died as well. Alright, so that was badly done by me. And I still kinda don't know where we actually were. Where we actually were hunting. Because I want to go go back there. As I did leave the camp, and there was still some interesting stuff that I could be picking up. So where that could have been, I have no idea. Kinda half I think it could have been here. We are having interesting sights, so... Oh yes. There's a camp. There's an accident. So yes, it was definitely here, and there's the grave. Yes, so I really think it was right next to Townberg, actually. The hunting grounds, in which case that's very far away. You don't exactly want to go there, so we need to question... We need to question somebody down the river, so we need to go there also. Anyway, the charcoal burners. Oh, these are maybe charcoal burners, because I don't see... Or rather, I see smoke here. So I guess let's continue with this. Let's check if this is only from the house or from charcoal making as well. Now it seems to be only from the house. Alright. So, nothing interesting there in this little establishment. Question of charcoal burners. Right. Just looking randomly at those leaves actually on the stones in the pond. I was kind of curious if maybe that was something that we could be picking up or whatever. Apparently not. Still quite some ways to go. Ah, shrine. Let's check that out. It's probably gonna be some name of the backer here again, but still interesting to check. Yes, Sir Hugo James Edinburgh, Christopher James Bellot, Lawrence Conrad Blomkamp, and Manuel Aban Mangrobang IV. There may be something interesting somewhere nearby. Oh, it's a little forest, interesting stone right next to the path. And plenty of... It's almost looking like some kind of brambleberries or whatever. Probably not. But I'm kind of tempted to go a bit more into the forest here. Maybe find some kind of hidden stuff. Because this game is basically full of little details that you can be discovering only if you basically stray off the road and whatever. So that definitely is something that I want to do. And maybe we're gonna be locking into something or rather onto something fun and good and useful. Well, okay, right now let's go up. We should be getting closer to charcoal burners. So let's call pebbles or no, let's just walk. Let us just continue walking for the moment until we hit the road again. I grab a few flowers here and there. We already have that. Chamomile as well. I'm looking potentially for some new flowers that I haven't collected yet. So far I seem to be here everything that I've encountered. It really seems like some kind of bramble or whatever. These brushes. And what's that little shed there? Oh. Oh. Okay. Now this is... well, that's different. As a dude. Just strolling. And what the hell happened here, though? Well. Huh. That is interesting. I'm definitely curious if this is gonna be having some kind of continuation. But so far I don't see anything interesting here more than the dead body, which is always a problem, but well, I definitely would like to actually report this to somebody, like for example Captain Bernard, if we can a bit later. Definitely curious if this is gonna be coming up somewhere in some time, as there is plenty of sheep and charcoal burners, although they're up, it seems that they are a bit more to the right side actually, across the river. So let's just call pebbles now. Hello. Go somewhere this way. Question, of course, is if you can cross somewhere. Let's try it here. This is looking reasonable. Yes, we can cross here, in which case you can probably also scale this, even though it's quite a bit of a hill. And we've reached the level in horsemanship. Okay. And we've discovered the camp. Alright, let's investigate, because this is interesting. And yep, these are the charcoal makers.
God be with you.
Could you help me?
Depends what you want, doesn't it?
I'm looking for Ginger, a stable boy from Neuhof. They say he ran away and joined up with some charcoal burners he used to hang around with sometimes.
Sorry, there's never been a lad called Ginger around here. You have to try somewhere else.
Huh.
A murder's been committed at Neuhof, and that boy likely knows who did it. It's vital I find him.
There's been murder aplenty in these parts of late, but that Ginger lad really hasn't been here.
There'll be a lot less murdering going on once I bring those bastards to justice, so how about helping me out?
Calm down, lad, for the love of God. There's been no one like the boy you want round here. But then again, there are other charcoal burners. Try them. You might want to hurry. You're not the first to be asking about him, and the others weren't exactly a noble-looking bunch. Although they were generous with their silver.
They didn't happen to say what they wanted him for?
No, but they definitely didn't look like they wanted to invite him to a feast.
Do you have any idea where else he could have gone?
You said he was friends with the charcoal burners? Well, you'll definitely find some in the forest between Neuhof and Uzets. There's good spots around there.
But that forest is huge. I could spend weeks searching.
Then follow the river. That's how you found us, isn't it? Where there's charcoal burners, there's always water nearby.
Alright.
Alright, I'll go and ask somewhere else.
Alright, so he's not here. But we should be following up. And these are other basically around the river. So that's gonna be leading us somewhere more, well, quite far, really? All the way here? Okay, that's gonna be actually quite close to where we should be to basically visit the camp and pick up the loot. So I'm kinda interested in that. But they're gonna be here, probably somewhere. Okay, let's see about that. I'm kinda interested if I should actually fast travel here. Maybe a bit more interest in basically looking around. So yeah, let's go for horsey riding. How's the time? Well, it's actually getting kinda late. Maybe I'm gonna have to actually sleep at the farm this time. North and go on the road, yeah. Careful so that you don't break your neck, horsey. Like we did the first time, we actually tried to go outside of the road. Now let's enjoy the scenery here. Northeast? I don't exactly want to go northeast, right? Not really. Maybe I want to go a bit different route. But at the same time, I haven't discovered anything here. So let's just follow this route for a moment. Maybe you're gonna find some fun encounter. Yes, of course, the Conciliation Cross. I'm gonna be looking at some, I'm guessing, Pascal Grop. The Becker. Oh no, no need to actually go that hard on the horsey. Where are you though? Random nobody. Random nobody. In the middle of nowhere. In a weird shirt and... What the hell is going on? Is it like moonwalking or... It's almost actually looking like that.
What the hell?
But no, he's fine. Okay, so for a moment I was thinking that maybe that could be something we could investigate. Apparently it's not. Yeah, we're having Pebbles right here. No need to whistle for him. Another shrine with beckers. Not gonna read anymore, I'm thinking, because it's just gonna be the same all the time. And where do we go from here? Already discovered plenty on the right flank. And we need to kind of go along the road and a bit more to the left and then a whole lot more to the north. Okay. Kind of northwest is the correct direction for us. Okay. How did we end up right in the middle of the forest? Because the road actually does lead somewhere here. Or does it? I don't know, but it's not entirely suitable for a horsey. So let's go on foot for a bit. Come on, don't be in our way, horsey. Let's have a look if we can discover something in this little forest, or if it's just gonna be a walk. An innocent walk through the forest, because it definitely could be. Oh, there's a stag. Oh man, if we wanted to hunt him, we definitely could. But we will be poachers, so yeah, well. But if we want to get a stag, we know where he is. In forests like here. On the right. Well, that is good to know. I'm also kinda looking for mushrooms, because there should be mushrooms thrown around, and I would definitely like to pick them up if it is possible.
I've gone far from home. I better get back before Sir Radzig sends out a search party.
Okay, so that's basically the game telling me that I should be coming there. That I'm on the side of the map. That's actually quite fun. As there's a rabbit, we could be poaching him, but yeah, well, as I said, not interested in doing that at all. Not really interested in that at all. Don't really want to cross the law. And I want to be playing as the good guys, so let's not do anything all that hasty. Okay, some broken wagon. Probably not gonna be any treasure here. This is not fantasy, so yeah. If anything was there, it was already looted by somebody else. There was some kind of camp right here. Or what it was. Some kind of tarp. Did I just... Yeah, I saw it correctly. So you have discovered a camp. And is somebody home? I don't really see anybody, so this is probably gonna be some kind of Ergen hunters or something. You can see the nest, or rather nest cage. So yes, this is looking like a spot for some hunters and for some safe sleeping apparently as well. That is of course good to know. So I kinda guess this is a good spot to call on the horsey. Because here again, the time is definitely moving and the day is not gonna be waiting for us. So I would definitely like to talk and find potentially the charcoal makers still today, before we get to sleep somewhere. So we are next to the farm, so of course there are gonna be dead bodies on the right. And we need to continue moving. No, we should be coming actually north here. Up. Hey, soldier. There are some random people here. Let's talk to them. If they're gonna be having something interesting to say or not. Okay, so that's just some kind of old couple. Maybe we're gonna have some interesting information. Let's see. Yes, that's exactly what I was wanting to see.
I know there's lots of them in the woods south of Ujits.
Thank you.
Well, didn't exactly help all that much.
I'll be with you.
I'm looking for charcoal burners in the region of Neuhof.
Well, there's lots of woods around here. There should be some charcoal burners in the forest between Neuhof and Ujits.
Thank you.
Not being entirely
I'm looking for
specific.
charcoal burners in the region of Neuhof.
Not being really
Near
specific
Neuhof,
enough.
eh?
Okay,
Thank you.
nothing extra special. So I guess I'll leave you to it. Let's mount pebbles and continue with the road through the forests. If it's actually gonna be any kind of road, it seems that it will be. Not exactly made for running a horse, I guess. But pebbles will manage, I guess. Alright. Alright, so we have found something interesting, it seems. What is that? You can sleep and save here. You can open this. That's somebody's shack. I don't exactly want to pry. So even though I'm definitely curious what's in there, I'm not gonna do it, because as I said and proclaimed, I'm gonna be playing this as close to real life decisions as I would make in real life. So let's stick with that as a hair in the darkness, or rather in the brushes. That was an interesting spot. Most definitely. This is not really exactly made for horses, but it seems there is actually a way. Okay, this is the way that I actually came in. Alright. I right now need to go forward. Meaning north. And without the horse, see how's it looking with time. Still a few hours left. So it should be good to continue a bit. Let's go for a bit of run. Make things faster. And there is another stag, or... Oh no, that's actually a boar. Okay, that's not fun. That could actually kill us. And there's a second one, right? Oh yeah, more definitely. So, if we want to actually get stag, he was a bit more south in there. If we want the wild hogs, there are plenty of them here. Plenty. There are 3 here. So if we need ever to hunt, somebody needs some advice, and I know where to go. I kinda want to avoid them because, of course, wild boars definitely can be very dangerous. Very dangerous indeed. Not entirely certain if such a behavior is actually implemented in the game. But yeah, well, rather not take any risks, because there are plenty of things that are in here. And one wouldn't expect them, but they are realistic. So they are in, and they do make plenty of sense. Alright, so we're here. Gonna be some lumberjacks on the left side, it seems. So let's check that. Maybe they're gonna be having some kind of idea where the charcoal makers are. If there are actually gonna be people here. Well, so far this is just an empty clearing. There are some camps a bit more to the north. Okay, and maybe those are even charcoal makers as well. Let's check. Yes, you have discovered a camp. Okay, these are definitely charcoal makers. We have discovered a kiln. Charcoal burner. With growing demand for processed iron, there grew a corresponding demand for charcoal, which could produce a temperature many times higher than unprocessed wood, much needed for the forging of steel weapons. The forges were supplied by charcoal burners, who spent most of the year living in the forest by their charcoal kilns. Great piles of stacked wood covered in clay, with just a few vents for air, where in an oxygen-starved atmosphere the wood slowly pyrolyzed to charcoal. Each pile would smolder and give off much smoke for several weeks, during which time it had to be delved through repeatedly. After it burned out completely, the yield of the processed charcoal was unearthed from beneath the clay. The charcoal was then sold at a special market bearing that name, quite separate from traders in other goods. During the reign of Wenceslas IV, the charcoal burners already had numerous rights and freedoms regarding use of the forests, and were held in relatively high esteem. Resin was sold exclusively by wagoners and resin merchants, who themselves made pitch for greasing their wheels. The charcoal burners produced resin, and pitch only as a sideline. The pitch merchants provided pitch to tanneries to impregnate leather, and mixed it with tallow to grease the axles of wheels on wagons and carriages. Bit of a history lesson. Come on. I want to talk to you, if I can.
God be with you.
That's gonna be a weird conversation. Being to each other with the back.
I'm looking for Ginger from Neuhof. Do you know anything about him?
I know him.
Yeah, we're not talking to each other.
Be one of him.
There's a few questions I need to ask him.
Well, you'll have to go somewhere else to find him. He doesn't come here much.
I really must speak with him. A murder was committed at the stud farm, and that boy probably knows who did it. I have to get him to talk.
And you think he had a hand in it?
Hard to say. He ran away, but on the other hand, it seems he stabbed one of the attackers.
Well, when you put it like that, it's clearly urgent business. I do know him. Not personally, but I've seen him around. He's friends with the charcoal burners down by Townburg. I know he hangs around with the twins there.
Downstream by Townburg? Somewhere by the castle?
If you follow the river to the west, you're bound to run into them. Oh, one more thing.
Yes?
Some other men have been around asking about him, but they weren't as convincing as you.
Nice. So we know where actually Ginger is. That's cool. That is cool to know. Which means that we need to go somewhere all the way there. Oh, that's potentially something interesting in here. Not entirely certain what that is, but yeah, well, doesn't really matter. As you want to move that way. To the east we go, or to the west we go? To the west we go. Just need to find some kind of way there. Yeah, there is a route. Okay, so let's find that way. That's here. Let's go for boss. And let's hurry up, because as you can see, the sun is already getting kinda low. And I would like to close this up before I go to sleep if possible. I need to cross the river, right? Well, not necessarily. I can cross right in front of them, so let's not. It's a bit broader road on the right side, but yeah, well, who cares? Apparently Pebbles doesn't care. He's quite fine running everywhere. You don't want to change the direction, and here we go. Continuing forward. And looking potentially for some mushrooms, if you can find them somewhere. From horseback is of course gonna be quite difficult, but yeah, well, you never know. Maybe you're gonna get lucky. And we discovered a nest. Where is the nest? I don't exactly want to pick it, because who knows who actually put the money in, but where is it? Where? No, didn't want to do that all that much. There's the nest a bit more down the road. Is it maybe in the brushes here? Doesn't seem so. Oh, we have discovered a grave, really? Okay, this is something new for us to read. So, burial. Records of burials are as old as mankind itself, but Christianity radically changed all the customs around interment and linked death inextricably with religious rituals and blessings. Before one's death, one had to be absolved of sins by confession and penance, and receive the last rites, and where there was imminent likelihood of death, e.g. when going off to the battle, extreme unction was given just in case. One's final resting place was also of importance. The best places were deemed to be inside a church, in the walls or under the floor, followed by closest proximity. Hence cemeteries sprang up right next to churches, often in the very center of the village. The cemetery hallowed ground became an integral part of towns and villages, and a regular meeting place for people, where they even traded and closed contracts. There was no sense of bereavement as we know it today. The dead and the living coexisted side by side. Only suicides, criminals, the sick, heretics, executioners, and unidentified strangers and unbaptized children were buried outside the cemetery in hallowed ground. During plague epidemics and wars, the customary funerals were done away with, temporarily, with the frequent need for mass graves. In later centuries, for reasons of hygiene and contamination of underground water, most of the old cemeteries were abolished, even involving exhumation and reinterring outside of town. It was common for those facing death to make at least an oral will, and also to forfeit some of their assets, if they had any, to the church for facilitating their passage to the next world. Burial of commoners was conducted in simple wooden boxes or sacks, with the deceased being wrapped in a shroud. Funerals of the wealthy and ruling classes were a different matter entirely. These were costly, ostentatious ceremonies with all attendant pomp and circumstance. Royal funerals were attended by thousands of people. Wealthy families had their final resting place in the church or crypt marked by tombstones, while the custom of the mausoleum came later. So we found a grave. Seems kinda fresh. Yeah, I'm not gonna be digging that. But that's an interesting spot. And I still wanted to find the nest though. Which I didn't really. Maybe there is something different in it than just a coin. Am I right now correctly on top of it? No, it's a bit more to the left, so it's gonna be on this tree, on the big tree. So there probably is gonna be some kind of way to mount it, or... No. Doesn't seem so. But yeah, it's gonna be somewhere here. Probably, even looking on the ground, maybe it was like fallen or whatever. But I don't really see it. I don't see any kind of easy access. I just don't see it in the first place, so I don't know even where it is. Ah, there it is. But how the hell am I supposed to get there? I'm there. Wow. Maybe you can shoot it down? That could be it, like in the Cinderella, in the Czech version of Cinderella, in the movie. Maybe you could actually shoot it down, because I don't see how I could be getting up on this tree at all. So yeah, I'm kinda guessing this is gonna be it. Actually, probably will be able to shoot it down. So where is it, so that we remember it? Somewhere here? Yeah, there it is. There it is, at the top, here. So I'm really kinda halfway thinking that you can actually shoot it down. So I really don't see how it could be getting there anyway. Okay, we won't do that. It's fun, maybe a bit later. But right now we have something else to do. And that is, get to the charcoal burners in time, before it's actually too dark. You can see the time is definitely running out on us. For the day. And being in the woods at night, in medieval ages, that's a rather terrible idea. That is a rather terrible idea. So we should be at exactly here, in which case we need to cross the river. Release the river and go here, because that's where Ginger is.
God be with you. I'm looking for Ginger. I've heard he's hiding out with some charcoal burners.
Ginger who?
Stable boy from the Neuhoff stud farm.
I don't
Ginger
know
who?
anyone.
Really? Really? I have a slight feeling that you're actually lying to me. This dude is actually having a sword, or rather, charcoal burner to win. Let's talk to this spokesman.
My respects to you, sir.
Hello.
I'm looking for Ginger, a stable boy from Neuhoff.
Then why don't you look for him at the stud farm?
He was there, but now they say he's hiding amongst some charcoal burners.
And where did you hear that? Anyhow, there's no one of that description here. Try asking somewhere else.
I don't exactly want to push him that hard yet.
And where will I find him then?
When you travel upstream, you're sure to run into more charcoal burners. But charcoal burners can be found everywhere there's trees and water, so...
I don't exactly know that he's obstructing me, but... yeah, let's not do this.
Well then, I'll go and ask elsewhere.
Let's not do this yet. Maybe a bit later. If the other conversations don't help.
Hey, shh. Come in.
Okay, this is the dude that I need to speak to, apparently.
You know something about Ginger?
I might have heard something, and if you share a bit of silver with me, I might share what I know.
Huh. Really?
I'm investigating a crime, not bartering for a chicken.
Well then, I'm sure you've got some silver on you. Just give it to me, and it'll be a done deal.
No, I don't want to pay him at all.
And what if I bashed your face in and had you dragged out to the stocks in Rateye?
Piss off, boy. Before I get really upset and knock your fucking head off.
I was
You wanna
looking for a
learn
bit
something, pay up.
milder decline, but apparently
Forget it.
that's
As
not
you
exactly there. But right now he knows. In which case we are on the right move and right spot. Sorry, right spot. And I'm definitely not gonna be paying him for that.
I'm looking for Ginger, a stable boy from Neuhof.
Then why don't you look for him at the stud farm?
He was there, but now they say he's hiding amongst some charcoal burners.
And where did you hear that?
Okay, I'll write
Anyhow,
up to this guy
there's no one
actually.
of that description here. Try asking somewhere else.
Well then, I'll go and ask elsewhere.
Good luck.
So that was basically that. Didn't exactly want to speak to him. I was wanting to speak to somebody else who I haven't talked to yet.
My respects to you.
Where are you hiding Ginger?
How did you... What the hell are you talking about?
Don't try that one on me. I know he's friends with a pair of twins from here. I'm here on the orders of Sir Hanush, and I need to talk to Ginger about the raid on the stud farm.
If Sir Hanush sent you, then you should deal with those two cutthroats who've been creeping around here asking about the poor boy. Once you take care of them, we won't have to hide him anymore.
Alright, that seems good.
Alright, I'll deal with them. And then you'll tell me where you've got Ginger hidden, right?
Right. You get rid of them, and I'll tell you.
So where can I find these bandits?
I'm not sure exactly. There's lots of places to hide around here. But they came and went over the bridge, so I reckon they must be somewhere between here and our neighbours.
That's a lot of woods to comb through.
Not all that much. There's a path around there somewhere leading to an abandoned camp.
Okay. Interesting. Yet again, the hour is definitely getting late, so I don't want to travel there all that much. Wow. That's a long one. And big one. There's a camp that we know about. I'm wanting to go here so desperately. Can I actually manage it today? Because I would like to sleep, but I also want to check out the camp for the treasure. I think that should be still plenty of time for me. How many do I have? About 2 hours of light. So if we call on Pebbles. Pebbles. Come here, boy. I should be able to get there in time. So that's north, due north. So basically up this road in there. Then we're going to sleep, and in the morning, when we are full health, we're gonna visit the bandits and deal with those. Hey, random person. Like, where are you supposed to be?
Are you serious?
This sounds just some kind of wayfarer or whatever.
What the hell?
It looked like that I could talk to him for a moment in there, or maybe it was just Pebbles
Be a bit more...
going through. It has to have been Pebbles, because apparently, yeah, he's not talking to me at all. For a moment, it seemed like there was actually something to do, but maybe I just confused it with Pebbles. Must have been it. We're getting close to the hunting forest, and we're on the hunting grounds. And that also means we're gonna be getting close to the camp where we kill the stupid bandits. And hopefully There's still gonna be loot for us waiting. Because I certainly don't have problems with looting from the commands and from the bandits, but I don't want to loot from basic normal people or something like that. I just want to keep it real. Yes, we are on the correct neck of the woods. That's exactly where the shenanigans happened. And there are apparently some does and hares. Yeah, there's plenty of everything here. Wow, I got away. Seriously. Seriously wrong way. So I need to go basically due south now. Where is the south? Southwest, southeast, there is a south. And I hope they somehow don't respawn those bandits. The guys didn't come back. Because I think I let both of them go. In the end. Yes, here we are with the camp. So let's discover if maybe there's some kind of interesting loot here that we left when we actually kind of forced to go back. This is the boar that our master killed. Or our lord rather, not really master. That's of course gonna be a spoiled meat already. A lot of wood, a hare, a pot for a bit of food. Some firewood apparently. We can sit here. What's this? Okay, that's a sleep and save. We can actually right now sleep here. That's kind of bizarre. You could be kind of sleeping at a spot where we're saving our lord from, where we're killing people and whatever. It's kind of funny, but kind of guess in the end, why not? I'm just looking if there's some kind of chest or anything that you could be picking. Or maybe just really some kind of loot we might have left here. There certainly is. Oh, but I don't have lockpicks because I haven't bought any. Oh well, it's kind of sad. Unfortunately, I won't be able to bash this because this doesn't work in this game. In other games, you can, for example, you can bash locks and such, but not here. Not really here. In which case... you won't be able to do anything with this. Because we don't have a lockpick. Okay, but we at least know there's a chest. With potentially some treasure in it. And we are very close to Townberg. So right now I'm halfway thinking if I should be sleeping here. Or going to Talberg. I'm gonna be coming into Talberg because I need to buy the lockpick. So let's go there. I'm gonna sleep in some inn, I guess. Yeah, we left the pebbles. We left pebbles in the woods. But he's gonna be coming for us. Fine. Okay, so it's almost night. Let's find the inn. Let's find the inn. Which is... okay, we actually have... oh, we have our own bed. Okay, but we are in Townberg. And it might be just a bit too late to already come home. So we don't even need to go into inn. Let's actually try to go back if they're letting me in. I'm having slight worry that maybe not. Hopefully the problem with me running away is already gone. And they're not gonna be all that unhappy about seeing me escaping and all. Doors seem to be open. So yeah, it seems that everything is fine.
Wait a moment. You're him, right? The boy from Skalitz?
Yeah, what do you want?
You're the young fellow who came here from Skalitz half dead, aren't you?
Wait, I need to talk to you.
Yes, that'll be me. Why?
The lady of the castle was asking after you. She wants to talk to
Okay.
you.
Ah, I'll go and see her then. Thank you.
Very well. Don't make her wait.
Oh well. Okay, we are getting a quest right here. Do we need some dinner? Yes, we do. Definitely do need dinner. And I guessing that we can get it. Okay, chicken or other kitchen closed. I guess so. Aha, because she's already sleeping. Alright. Well, in that case, let's do a bread. And go see the lady before we go to sleep. Well, that's the guy already sleeping. And where's the lady then? She's probably gonna be somewhere here. Lockpick heart, so I kinda guess we will have to sleep and look for her later. Because apparently everybody is already gonna be coming into their beds. And we're not gonna be able to do anything. Unless she's actually waiting for me. Somewhere there, which would be kinda weird. But since the talks with her were definitely aiming that way, I wouldn't be all that much surprised. Yeah, I'm not supposed to be here. Okay, so let's just close the door. And get the shut-eye. And talk to her in the morning. Before we go after the bandits.
Hey, who's there?
I am in my own bed. So don't be starting to get your innards in a knot or something.